Good evening, race fans. Welcome to round number 18 of 20 here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, brought to you live here on GeForce TV through 3-9 Productions. My name is Steve Ovens here, ready to call the action for you tonight here at Lernerville. One of the newer, actually I think this is the newest dirt track on the iRacing platform. And not a whole lot of race events here, not a whole lot of notes that these drivers have been able to take coming into tonight, but it's going to be a great night of racing action. Here's heat race number 1 for you. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in car number 95 is going to be Dakota Kuhn, starting alongside the 56, the No Crybaby Special of David Flick. Row 2 to the inside is going to be the 6 of Justin Stoles, starting alongside the 157 of Jesse Bandy. Row number 3 to the inside is going to be the 2 of Cody Hartlaub, followed by the 20 of Troy Wagaman Jr. out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Row 4 is going to be the 73 of Larry Moody out of Kansas City, Missouri, starting alongside the 19 of Dr. Alan Downey out of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. And Adam Buchanan out of Brewerton, New York, going to round out your field here for this race. Heat race number 1. 8 laps is the distance. Top 4 cars have been inverted. That makes Jesse Bandy your top qualifier of the night. 4 cars transfer to the A main. Green lights are on for heat race number 1. Oh, look out. Stoles getting contact there with David Flick over in turn number 2. Bandy quickly moves up to the 3 spot, and look at Larry Moody down on the bottom. The man is here. His name is Larry Moody. He's up into that 4th and final transfer spot. We'll talk to Moody here in just a little bit. He was the big winner of the Renegades division of the GeForce Racing League last night. They competed at Lanier National Speedway. 2 laps now on the board, and it's been all Dakota Kuhn at the top of the board in this one. Cody Hartlaub, who's really been turning it on here of late. Hartlaub up to the 2 spot, and he's looking for the lead going into turn number 1. One of the things to keep your eye on here tonight at Lernerville is that top edge right up there where the cushion is, down in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One of the only dirt tracks here on the iRacing platform where you can actually get up and over the edge and over the hill you go. We're going to be watching that all night long here tonight, here at Lernerville, as you already see these guys kicking up dust early on in the program. Working, oh, look at that view. What a beautiful view off of Cody Hartlaub's right rear tire. As he closes in on Dakota Kuhn, he can't do anything with him just yet. Kuhn out of Mount Holly Springs, Pennsylvania. 2 laps to go here for Kuhn in the 95. So Dakota Kuhn fixing to take the white flag, this time by off of turn number 4. White flag is in the air, presented by 3-9 Productions, and it's Dakota Kuhn driving the NRAM Dynamics. Number 95 out of Mount Holly Springs, Pennsylvania. Look at Hartlaub with the slider. Slide job in turn 4. Kuhn turns it back underneath him, and Kuhn gets the win. Oh, baby. You're going to get to see that all night long tonight here at Lernerville. And what an impressive run there by Dakota Kuhn, picking up the win here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 getting ready to line up, and we're going to go ahead and tell you how they're going to start. Starting on the pole in car number 13 is going to be Keith Jackson out of the Radine Racing Sim Racing Concepts Camp. He drives the Premier Door Company number 13. He'll take it away from the pole, starting alongside the Bandy-Built Race Cars team, number 193, the BuyOil.com ride. For the driver out of Minnesota, that is Brandon Schultz. Brandon Schultz in the 193. Row number 2, down to the inside of our car number 3 here tonight. That is going to be Jack Clevenger out of Cedro-Woolley, Washington. The All-In Construction sponsored number 3. To his outside will be the number 22 of Jason Nygaard out of Metamora, Ontario, Canada. He's piloting Team ABR tonight. Alex Bergeron not with us here tonight, so Nygaard will carry the Team ABR flag here in the Double Deuce. Kevin Lovey's out of Drummondville, Quebec, Canada, in car number 18. The Glenn Stiers Racing Ashweekend Speedway Race Source sponsor number 18. He'll make up position number 5. He'll start alongside the 75 of Chase Swafford. Swafford in the 75. Jesse Costa in car number 52 is going to start 7th here out of St. Thomas, Ontario, the Victory Games ride. And to his outside in car number 35 out of Cambridge, Ontario, the Insta Installation sponsored machine, that is Connor Ross. So 8 cars, 8 laps is the distance. Top 4 drivers have been inverted based on their time trial effort. Top 4 cars go directly to tonight's Rivalz Racing League A main. Race director Cody Olson with the final instructions here as they come down and take the green flag off of turn number 4. And Keith Jackson early going to take the lead here in this one as he's going to start at the bottom, work his way to the top, and get that launch down the back straightaway. Here comes Schultz down to the inside. Schultz in the buyoil.com, number 193, up to the 2 spot and looking for more here through turns 1 and 2. So a very interesting scenario playing out here in this second heat race. We've got 3 drivers here in the top 3 that, as of a week ago, were all on the same racing team. As Schultz sneaks by to take the lead, Schultz, one of the drivers that has moved his way over to the Vanderbilt Race Cars team that just started competing as a team last night. He takes the lead, and now he's got a pair of Routine Racing, Sim Racing concept drivers behind him. Jackson in the 13, Clevenger the 78. It's going to display on our timing and scoring as 3. That's due to the transponder. And look at Jackson put a wheel back underneath Schultz. They bang sidebars and tires as they go into turn number 3, and Jackson takes the top spot back, and now here comes Schultz, and Clevenger's right there with him. Oh, mama, hold on. This one's far from over. They're coming down to the 2 laps to go signal this time, and it's Jackson one more time with the lead. Keith Jackson out of Bonne Terre, Missouri, working it down the back straightaway, and Brandon Schultz trying to put a run together. One of the best heat races we've seen all season long out of these 2, and they are laying it all on the line here at the white flag. Final trip down the back straightaway for Keith Jackson as he starts to pull away. Jason Nygaard started 4th. He hasn't climbed any spots from there. Jackson is going to get the win. Schultz is in there for 2. Clevenger in there for 3. And Jason Nygaard finishes in position number 4. And that will give Nygaard the 4th and final transfer spot. And folks, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to make a bigger deal out of a tiny story. This teams that we were talking about, the Vanderbilt race car teams and the Routine Racing, Sim Racing concept teams, if you watched the G-Force Racing League on Monday nights, that was an absolute powerhouse. They were a super team, and they were drivers. On any given race night, they would have 9 to 12 different cars on the track. All of them had a chance to win every time they showed up to the racetrack. Now you've taken that super team and they have mutually parted ways, and now you've got 2 teams of about 5 or 6 cars apiece that are just absolutely on fire. And you saw that fire come to a head there in heat race number 2, as those guys absolutely want to get the best of one another here tonight, and that's going to make for a great feature event. Heat race number 3 comes out onto the racetrack. One of the drivers that is part of the new Vanderbilt Race Cars team is Trevor Gerbeau in the 110. He transferred through out of the G-Force Racing League last night. He drives car number 110 out of Rochester, Minnesota, the Vanderbilt Race Cars, buyoil.com. Wagaman Brothers 02 Designs number 110. He's going to take it away from the pole position, starting to his outside out of Victoria, Ontario, one of the regulars out at the Ashweekend Speedway, driving the Glenn Stiers Racing number 84. That is Ryan Beagle, row 2. To the inside, out of Brewerton, New York, in car number 51 is going to be Jeffrey Barker, starting to his outside. Ernie Williams Jr. in the Ultimate Dirt TV number 91. Row 3 to the inside will be Row 3 to the inside will be Michael Rosendahl in car number 24, starting alongside the 30 of Stephen Goldner. Kevin Hanley will start 7th, and Shane Pierce rounds out the field, starting in the 8th in car number 88, the Slider Be Slid team-sponsored car. Oh, hold on to her, big dog. Beagle goes from the penthouse to the outhouse here on the opening lap. He gets contact one more time, and Beagle's got to feel like a pinball out there. He just dropped from 2nd to 8th in 1 1/4 laps. Gerbeau leads early here in car number 110 as he takes it out of the back straightaway. Look at the power move there by Ernie Williams Jr. Ernie puts it up on the top shelf. Look out, right rear tire into the fence. He got a piece of Stephen Goldner as Goldner went by. And now they've got Michael Rosendahl to contend with there in car number 24. I believe it's going to display just a little bit different on the transponder. Rosendahl's up to 4th. That would put him in a transfer spot. Goldner gets by Jeffrey Barker off of turn number 2. And they'll race down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Trevor Gerbeau all alone out front in the 110. New driver of the Vanderbilt Race Cars team, thebioil.com, number 110 out of Rochester, Minnesota. Goldner solidly in the 2 spot. Look out, Goldner got sideways, gathered Barker. Ernie Williams Jr. is upside down. He's going to have to clear and get towed off of the racetrack. And now that's going to move a new car up into 4th place. I think that's Kevin Hanley. And oh, by the way, Ryan Beagle, who just shortly ago was running 8th, is now following a white flag. Checkered flag coming out this time. It's Trevor Gerbeau all alone out front. He's going to get the win. 2nd across the line is Rosendahl. Beagle slides in there for a qualifying spot in 3rd, and Kevin Hanley rounds out your top 4 transfer cars. My goodness, we have had some wild and crazy action here in our first 3 heat races of the night. That's going to bring us up to tonight's C main. We are slated to have 6 cars, and 4 of them will transfer to the last chance showdown in the B main. Have 10 laps is going to be the distance here for tonight's C main. Again, 4 cars will go to the B. We call this the alphabet soup. And it looks like all 6 cars have gridded, and man, we have got some wildly potent cars here in this C main. Let's tell you how they're going to start in the starting lineup, going away from the pole. In the Team Insta Installation, number 35, that's going to be Connor Ross out of Cambridge, Ontario. The youngster going to take it away from the pole position. Starting to his outside in car number 88, that is Shane Pierce. Shane Pierce in car number 88 out of Waynfleet, Ontario, driving for Team Slider Be Slid. You can find them online at sliderbeslid.com. Troy Wagaman going to take up position number 3 out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving for Team Enriam Dynamics. Starting to his outside will be the 52 of Jesse Costa out of St. Thomas, Ontario. He drives for Team Victory Games. And your final row to the inside, Ernie Williams Jr. in car number 91, the Tim's Racing Sims Ultimate Dirt TV number 91, into his outside in car number 6. It may display on his graphics wrap there as number 23. That is Justin Stoles. Here we go. 10 laps the distance, 6 cars, only 4 go to the B main. Green lights are on, the B main. C main is underway. Oh, look at them. Everybody looking for racing room. Here's the thing in this C main. You've got 6 cars, only 4 go to the B. Everybody's kind of tiptoeing on this first lap. Nobody wants, oh, look out. Williams is up into the fence. He's just barely over the edge, Brad. You got a great look at it there. Williams is not out of this yet, folks. Keep that in mind. If any of these guys have trouble up ahead of him, that would put him right back here in the running. We'll watch him into turn number 1 and 2 as they work it. Brad with a great replay there of what happened there on the front straightaway. as they now bring it off of turn number 4. Connor Ross. Oh, look out. I told you. There it is. Wagaman's upside down. Pierce is upside down. And look at Ernie Williams. Drives right by him into a qualified spot. Oh, man, you thought I was a fortune teller there. Ernie Williams did a masterful job to keep that car upright when the right rear tire went over the edge. And as soon as he got back on the gas, that was my first thought. If anybody has trouble, he's going to be there to capitalize. And if it didn't happen, just like I said it would. These guys are racing hard for position. Nobody can blame anybody for racing hard here in the C main. All of these drivers that are racing in this C main have not had a great start to their night. Nobody wants to wind up racing in the C main. As you get a good look here at Connor Ross in car number 35, Jesse Costa running in position number 3 in that awesome looking Victory Games sponsored number 52. Ernie Williams had a problem there, Brad. He is over in the pit area right now, but he's currently in the 4th spot. I see Troy Wagaman disconnected already, so it looks like Williams has really nothing to be concerned of. If Shane Pierce comes back out onto the track, that could potentially be a problem for Williams, as Williams is currently 3 laps down. Now make it 4 laps down, but Pierce is another lap down, 5 laps down. White flag is out this time. Getting the checkered this time by is going to be Justin Stoles getting the win. Second across the line was Connor Ross. Third was Jesse Costa. And Brad pointed out here that Costa was lifting that left front tire all the way around the racetrack, Brad. That looked pretty exciting there for Jesse Costa coming off turn 2. Oh my goodness, Brad. Wow. So there's a little bit of controversy here. I'm just listening into the conversation here with the race director and Ernie Williams. All right, Brad, so here's what happened. I just happened to look at the results. Shane Pierce came back out onto the racetrack in that C main and completed enough laps that Ernie Williams did not, that bumped Ernie Williams out of this B main. However, the Rivalz Elite Pro Series rule is once you have exited the racetrack from an incident, you cannot come back out onto the racetrack. So Pierce qualified for this B main, but he is going to be penalized for it. And because of that, Ernie Williams has been bumped from competition for the rest of this show. Oh my. And next pass by, Shane Pierce being told that he's got to pull it pit side, as he did report onto the racetrack for the B main. Wow, drama here in the B. So we've got 11 cars ready to take the green. We're taking 12 to the feature. So everybody here is going to qualify. We only had 3 heat races tonight. David Flick, Kevin Lovey's up on that front row. Steven Goldner, Adam Buchanan, your top 4 starters as the green lights are on. So everybody's qualifying out of this one. So this is going to be 12 laps of good track time for these drivers to see what they have for tonight's A main. And David Flick works around the outside, and he's going to go wheel to wheel into turn number 3 with Kevin Lovey's. Lovey's down to the inside in the Glenn Stiers Racing NRAM Dynamics number 18. Down to the inside lane one more time in turns 1 and 2. Gets that power run. Look at him put the power down off turn 2. Flick, nice and easy out on the outside lane. Flick out of Livingston, Montana, in a car that he calls the No Crybaby Special. NRAM Dynamics, Ohsweken Speedway on the side of the 56, and he is charging, but here comes Steven Goldner. Goldner down to the inside, and he's going to take over the 2 spot. Goldner out of Aylmer, Ontario. Oh, look out, contact between Flick and Adam Buchanan. They get them separated, they keep on rolling. Chase Swafford moves up to the 3 spot in car number 75. Swafford out of Campbellsville, Kentucky. Haven't said that name here in the Rivalz Elite Pro Series in quite a while. I even remembered the hometown. How about that? Field streaks across the line here. 6 laps on the board. We are officially halfway. 6 in and 6 to go, as we are rocketing right along here tonight in Rivalz Elite Pro Series action. Again, tonight is round number 18 of 20 as Brad Ovens dials up the onboard camera here on Steven Goldner's car. And what a view. Now we'll take a look at the right front tire as he works through turns 3 and 4. And look how slick this racetrack is getting. This is going to make for a very, very exciting feature race coming up. Adam Buchanan looks like he's the only car tonight here to make the field. Oh, look out, Swafford's upside down. The driver out of Kentucky caught the wall in turn number 4 and put it up on the left side tires. He's going to have to clear the track. He'll be done with this B main. I was talking about Adam Buchanan there for a second. Buchanan, the only driver here tonight out of the DirtTrackDigest.com, DirtTrackDigest.tv team. Wicked Energy Relief on the side of the 44 as we take a peek here at Kevin Lovey's, your leader. 2 laps to go this time for Lovey's out of Drummondville, Quebec, Canada. White flag is in the air. Final trip by here for Kevin Lovey's. The Glenn Stiers Racing Ohsweken Speedway Racehorse, number 18, will take the B-main win. Second across the line as you got 1 car heavy into the fence off turn number 4. That was the 19 of Alan Downey, but Lovey's going to get the win. Second across the line is Steven Goldner, Adam Buchanan, your top 3 here in tonight's B-main. As we work into the night here, warm-up session coming at you. 1 final opportunity for these drivers to make adjustments on their cars. Brad, let's talk about some of our great sponsors here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, and then we're going to get a word with Larry Moody, last night's winner with the Renegades division of the G-Force League. Want to thank Adam Ross, Clinton Jeffrey, Cody Olson, the entire crew here at the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, Spencer Mullen, our technical man behind the scenes that helps us make it all happen. Appreciate them being on board with us. Visit them online, rivalsracingleague.com. Want to thank Rick Scott and everybody at Strickland's GM. If you're looking for new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac, stop up and see our friends up at Strickland's. Rick Scott, one of our drivers that competes here with us in the Elite Pro Series and the Rivalz Blacktop Series. We want to thank 39 Productions, the official video streaming provider of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, the Rivalz Blacktop Series, and the G-Force Racing League on Monday nights. All right, we're going to see if we can't get a word with last night's feature winner at Lanier National Speedway in the G-Force Racing League Renegades division. That, of course, was Larry Moody, and I know Larry's taking some laps here, making some final adjustments on that 73 machine. Larry, let's see if we can get that bike working tonight. How you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Hey, man, congratulations on a big effort last night to take down the win with the G-Force Racing League. You led wire to wire last night, all 40 laps of that one, and you had Trevor Grabeau all over the tail tank there at the end.
Yeah, I knew he was back there. I could feel him back there, and man, that was a great race. That's probably the best race I've ever had, and I really didn't make any mistakes and kept it smooth. It was pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Well, I know they're going to be getting ready to grid here. We did want to get a chance to talk to you. Tell us about some of the folks that helped make it happen for you.
Well, I appreciate your call of the race. That was great. And then Glenn Steyer's Racing, Interim Dynamics, and Oswego Speedway, and my friend Forrest Wiggins. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the call, and we'll talk to you.
All right, good luck to you, Larry. There's Larry Moody, last night's winner in the Rivalz, the G-Force Racing League Renegades division. And they shortened up the warm-up session here tonight. So with them shortening that up, we had to cut our time a little short there with Larry Moody. But good opportunity to get to talk to him there for just a second and talk about last night's win in the A main. All right, Brad, they are getting lined up here. We're ready to go with tonight's Rivalz Elite Pro Series A main. The pace laps go quick here at Lernerville. Let's get right to the starting lineup. Starting on the pole tonight in car number 95 is going to be Dakota Kuhn, starting alongside the 13 of Keith Jackson. Trevor Grabeau out of Rochester, Minnesota will start third alongside Cody Hartlaub in the 2 out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Row 3 to the inside will be Brandon Schultz, the 193. The 24 is Michael Rosendahl. Jesse Bandy and Jack Clevenger will make up row number 4. Row number 5 tonight will be the big dog, Ryan Beagle, and last night's winner, Larry Moody, in the 73. Row number 6 is going to be Jason Nygaard in the 22 and the 110 of Kevin Hanley. Kevin Lovey, Stephen Goldner, Adam Buchanan, David Flick will make up row 8. Row 9 will be Jeffrey Barker and Connor Ross. Row 10 will be Justin Stoles and Jesse Costa. Alan Downey, Chase Swafford will make up row number 11. And your final row tonight... Actually, I'm not sure, Brad, if either of those drivers are going to make it out here. Scheduled to start 23rd is Shane Pierce, but I think he was disqualified for the rest of the event. All right, folks, we're getting ready to go racing here off of turn number 4. And as we go racing here off the 4th turn, we're going to send it off Bob Miller style here with the bugle. And we're racing off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Taking the early lead is Dakota Kuhn. Kuhn, who picked up the win in his heat race earlier tonight to earn the pole starting spot in tonight's A main, leads them off of turn number 2 as we've got a lap on the board, and look at them all fan out all over the place here on this racetrack. Keith Jackson solidly right there in the 2 spot. Cody Hartlaub, in one of his better efforts of the season right now, running in position number 3. He had a great run out at Williams Grove just a couple of weeks ago after a season that Hartlaub wouldn't necessarily write home about. And here comes Brandon Schultz. Look out, here comes Schultz to the outside. Brandon Schultz is on a mission. He's up to 3rd, and he's on the tail tank of Keith Jackson. You remember how hard they raced in the heat race? Well, that was just a heat race. This is the big show right here. Schultz puts it up on the cushion in turns 1 and 2. These guys battled it out here just a few weeks back with the G-Force Racing League. Put another quarter in the bucket. As here comes Schultz, the Vanderbilt race cars. Buyoil.com, number 193. Jackson took a peek down to the inside, couldn't make it work. He'll slide back out in front of Schultz as they go to turn 3. Boy, it's a good thing they don't run mirrors here, because Dakota Kuhn would have an awful lot of action happening behind him. Schultz puts that right rear on the cushion off turn 2. Schultz, he's up to 2nd as you ride on board with him there on the 3-9 Productions camera. Oh, Kuhn got sideways off of turn 4. Look out, they're bottling up there back in the back half of the top 10. As now Kuhn has got company. Look at the big dog biting down on the bottom. Here comes Ryan Beagle. Schultz took a peek down to the bottom for the lead off turn 4. Couldn't make it happen. It's still Dakota Kuhn out front. But here comes Ryan Beagle. Beagle, don't forget, he was all the way back in 8th spot in his heat race. Put it down on the inside of the racetrack and drove all the way to a qualified spot. And he's starting to flex some muscle here in tonight's A main. Beagle with a beautiful run off of turn number 2 as he's battling here with Cody Hartlaub. Battle for the lead off turn 4. Schultz down low, trying to pull the slider on Dakota Kuhn, and he'll do so. Kuhn turns it back underneath him. Wing to wing they go into turn number 3. Kuhn with a slider. Schultz had to hit the binders as DeCoon wasn't quite clear, but Schultz will live to see another lap. Here comes Schultz with a slider of his own. Tries to shut the door, but Kuhn is there, and yellow lights are on for the first time tonight. Whoa. Everybody gets to take a breath. I gotta take a breath. My goodness. One of the best races we've seen in the last couple of weeks here for the lead. And boy, it's a shame that yellow flag came out, because we were about to have a 4-car race for the lead as Hartlaub got around the 84 of Beagle for the 3rd spot. And Brandon Schultz will be the leader of the race. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Oh, Alan Downey just got too far to the outside. Got the right rear over the edge and caught the wall, and especially here in turn 4 at Lernerville, that is so easy to do. You get that right rear over the edge, and the track, that cushion kind of flattens out a little bit where the cars roll on the racetrack. And boy, once you get into that area of no return, man, it is all over from there. So let's take a peek at your top 5. Brandon Schultz scored as the race leader, and this is based on timing and scoring around the racetrack. Schultz had pulled that slide job into turn 1. Kuhn was able to get back by him, but Schultz was the last car that was leading the race at that timing loop before the yellow flag came out. So Schultz has scored as the race leader. Dakota Kuhn right now in 2nd. Cody Hartlaub is 3rd. 4th is Ryan Beagle. Beagle started 9th. He's up to 4th already. And Trevor Gerbeau, it's a solid effort here so far. Started 3rd. He's right now in the 5th spot. Really our big mover of the race, I'd have to say, is Kevin Lovey's in the 18. He picked up the win in the B main. He started 13th, and he's currently in position number 7. Also having a good run here so far, Jason Nygaard started 11th. He's up to the 6th spot. Of course, Nygaard, the only driver carrying the Team ABR flag tonight. Our point leader, Alex Bergeron, who's got a whopping points lead coming into tonight, not available tonight due to a Pro Series race, so he is not here. Nygaard, the only guy carrying the Team ABR flag tonight, as Brandon Schultz getting ready to bring him back to green flag racing. 16 laps are on the board, 19 to go here at Lernerville, and look at the battle. 3 wide for just a moment off of turn 2. Kuhn's got company. Here comes Cody Hartlaub. Hartlaub puts the 2 on the cushion off turn 4. He's got the 2 spot. He'll work it into turns 1 and 2. It's Hartlaub, Kuhn, and now Jason Nygaard all in a row. 3 ducks lined up off of turn number 2 as they work the outside. Look at Kevin Lovey's right through the middle of the slick. Whoa. Beagle down to the inside. He'll go through the bottom of turns 1 and 2, and boy, it looks like the top is starting to really gain their groove here as Beagle, the lone wolf, down on the bottom. Being the lone wolf, something that the big dog not liking here so far, is he's now going to drift out to the outside and take it back down to the bottom. Yellow lights are on here for the 2nd time tonight. As, we've got a couple of cars mixed up on the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Looks like Adam Buchanan, one of those cars. And again, it's our 2nd yellow flag of the event as we work lap number 21. We went just about 15 laps green flag racing here before our first yellow of the night. And let's take a look to see what happened here on the replay. Gonna watch Buchanan down into turn number 1. And there it is. Yep, so easy to do here at Lernerville. As he entered the first turn, got that right rear. Boy, when he come back up on the racetrack, boy, did that car do a little bit of a dance. That's a little bit of that Sarver PA 2-step. So Buchanan going to slide back to the 20th position here for the restart. Caution lights are on the Strickland GM pace truck. Lights will now go off this time by, and we will get a restart next time off of turn number 4. So Brandon Schultz, car number 193, driver out of the Bandy Built Race Cars team out of St. Paul, Minnesota. The Bandy Built Race Cars, BuyOil.com, Wagaman Brothers, O2 Designs, number 193. He has collected a whole lot of hardware on the G-Force Racing League side of things, and he's really been performing well here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Can he beat the Pro Series here tonight at Lernerville? Down the back chute they go, and right away the yellow flag is back out. We've got problems in turns 1 and 2. Caution lights on here for the 3rd time tonight. So yellow lights are on here. And I see that we have got all sorts of folks that are chiming in here tonight on social media, as we have got an awesome 72 people watching live here right now. Great to have you with us. Oh, a couple of cars getting tangled up. Rosendahl and Connor Ross nowhere to go. No harm, no foul there for Ross. He'll continue on, as will Rosendahl. And we're going to go ahead and check in here in the comments. Let's take a peek and see what everybody's talking about here. If you're watching here on the Facebook page, I want you to go ahead and tell us where it is that you're watching from and what driver you think is going to pick up the win here tonight. So if you're watching here on the Facebook live video, and I see a whole pile of you are, take a peek here. Let us know where you're watching from. I want to know city, state, or province, and what driver you're rooting for here tonight at Lernerville. We are coming up on an exciting finish here at the Lernerville Speedway. Less than 10 laps to go, and it's Brandon Schultz that's currently leading this pack out of St. Paul, Minnesota, driving for the Bandy Built Race Cars team. I see a whole bunch of folks starting to chime in here about this race here tonight. We got more followers starting to come in. I see Josh from Des Moines, Iowa, rooting for Schultz. I got Rick from Morriston, Florida. Nolan thinks that Lovey's has to take it. Well, we'll find out here as the lights are still on the Strickland GM pace truck, that beautiful Chevrolet Silverado. We got, hey, Sherrills watching from Syracuse, New York. Happy to have you with us, man. We got Justin watching from Sacramento, California, rooting for Jack Clevenger here tonight. Scott Schultz watching from St. Paul, Minnesota. I have a feeling I know who he's rooting for. Got Greg Sweet watching from upstate New York. We calling for the Bob Miller Bugle. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. Green lights are back on. We have got 6 laps to go here tonight at Lernerville for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series. Down the back straightaway they go. It's Brandon Schultz starting to extend that lead. He'll take 2, make it 3 car lengths into turn number 3. Cody Hartlaub closing in on him. Hartlaub out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, in the Glenn Stiers Racing number 2. Jason Nygaard, we haven't talked about him much tonight. Watching here as he rolls into position number 3, and he's battling for 2 up turn 4. Here comes Jason Nygaard with just 4 laps to go. And Jason Nygaard has found the cushion. Does he have something here? Alex Bergeron not here with us tonight, and it's been Nygaard that's been holding the Team ABR flag. 3 to go this time for Brandon Schultz. Down the back straightaway they go, and Nygaard is closing the gap in a hurry. Can Brandon Schultz out of St. Paul, Minnesota hold on to this one and get his first Rivalz Elite Pro Series win driving for Bandy Built Race Cars? Off of turn 2 they go. Popsicle sticks were in the air this time by. Coming up on the white flag this time. Brandon Schultz brings it off of turn 4. White flag is out, presented by 39 Productions. Schultz takes it into turns 1 and 2. The Bandy Built Race Cars, BuyOil.com, Wagaman Brothers, O2 Designs number 193. He is going to do it. Brandon Schultz wins at Lernerville. Jason Nygaard will finish second after starting 11th tonight. Ryan Beagle's on the podium. The Big Dog will round out your top 3. Dakota Kuhn and Cody Hartlaub round out tonight's top 5. Positions 6 through 10 were Kevin Lovey's Trevor Grabeau, David Flick, Chase Swafford, and Jack Clevenger. Well, folks, if you were watching on the Facebook page and you were rooting for Brandon Schultz, you came home a winner here tonight. And we are going to get everybody ready to go here in Victory Lane. Top 3 drivers have made it to Lernerville Speedway Victory Lane. We'll get them stacked up for you here, and you will hear from your top 3 finishers here tonight. Stay tuned, folks. You are watching the Rivalz Elite Pro Series from Lernerville here live on G-Force TV. All right, we have got your top 3 here on the front straightaway. Brad, ready to talk to your 3rd place finisher tonight. And he made a good run of it here tonight, coming from position number 9. That, of course, is Ryan Beagle. And Ryan, a tough run in the heat race, but somehow you were able to get right back on the horse, get yourself qualified, and get yourself into the A main tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a run like that. I kind of committed myself to the
Ryan
bottom.
Beagle, this is Steve Ovens. You got a copy here in the booth?
I think this is working. Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, there we go. I got you now, Ryan. My apologies. So tell us about your run in the A main tonight. You started in position number 9, and you were really working that bottom lane until it seemed like the top side went a little dominant there at the end.
Yeah, the way they've been setting the racetracks up the last couple weeks, I was kind of hoping that the bottom would last a little longer than it did, but we got lucky there at the end. A couple guys got together racing for position on the top, and we squeaked by, so we'll take a third anytime.
You had a quite a race going on there with Kevin Lovey's for quite a while in the 18 car. A real spirited battle for position. Put on some good racing for our fans tonight.
Yeah, that was fun. I wasn't even sure who was around me. It gets pretty hairy down in there when we're all battling for one spot.
Absolutely, man. It's been such a crazy time in our world right now. A lot of drivers, a lot of racetracks. We're not exactly sure what to expect coming up. I know that you're one of those drivers that races yourself in the summertime, and this has got to be a good outlet with all of the things that we don't know about going on right now.
Yeah, but the only certain thing going on right now is Tuesday nights here online, so it's nice to have a little bit of normal stuff going on for one night anyway.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're glad to have you. A solid run. We had some people rooting for you here on Facebook, so you've got some fans out there. Tell us about all the people that make it happen for you.
Yeah, I just got to thank Glenn Steyer's Racing, NRAM Dynamics, Strickland's, and everybody that helps put this deal on, and you guys for doing the broadcast, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Hey, man, I know these interviews aren't your favorite, man, but we love talking to you. Great run tonight.
Thanks, yeah.
All right, there's Ryan Beagle. There's a driver right there, folks, that he always tells me, man, I don't like these interviews. I get so nervous, but he does a hell of a job, and he certainly does a hell of a job out on the racetrack. All right, let's talk to your second-place driver here, Jason Nygaard. And, Jason, you were carrying the Team ABR flag tonight, and on that final restart, I thought you had something there for Schultz at the end.
I was honestly coming in tonight, I was just playing it safe because I have a really bad tendency to push 1 and 2 way too hard. So I was trying to stay away from trying to push that. But if we wouldn't have had the cautions, maybe I could have got to them. But other than that, I was just trying to get a solid run tonight.
How frustrating was it being that, you wanted to play it safe, but then when you got to second, how frustrating is it trying to balance that of wanting to race for the win, but knowing that, you know, from past races, you got to play it safe?
It's, as Alex would usually say, you know, if they make a mistake and you can capitalize on it, then I could have went for the win, but I was just playing it safe.
Awesome, man. I know that, you know, with him not being able to make the show tonight, this has got to make you feel real good to be able to report back to the team that we still put it on the podium.
Oh yeah, he'll be thrilled with how I finished tonight. I mean, I was coming in tonight just hoping for a top 10 and finish second. That's awesome.
Awesome, man. Hell of a job here for second place. I know you guys have got a lot of great supporters that make it happen for Team ABR. Tell us about them.
I gotta thank CSI Shock and their Pit Logic app, Next Gen Fab, Dirt Armada, Wicked Cushion, you guys for broadcasting, Cody for doing a heck of a job as the admin, and I think it's Oswego Speedway for the league. So.
Awesome, man. Great run here tonight for second, and we've only got 2 more to go here for the Pro Series. We'll see you at Volusia next week.
I'll see you then.
All right, there's Jason Nygaard coming home in the 2 spot, and I am absolutely thrilled as the voice of the Renegade division for the Force League when drivers that qualify out of there to get to come run with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, when they come up here to the Pro Series, you know, a league that has got a $10,000 point fund on the line, and one of our guys from the G-Force League comes up here and shows them how's it done, man, I get up on the chip. Brandon Schultz, congratulations, brother.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a really fun night. I really didn't expect to be on even the podium tonight. Lernerville, I know we won that big race, but Lernerville, we've never meshed well, so to come out with a win is pretty cool. I was just hoping to make the A-main.
You know, I had that thought in my mind as this race was closing in on the finish, and I did not want to say it because I have a tendency of being bad luck for drivers that I talk about things that do and don't like at the racetrack. So I tried to keep myself a little bit under control, but at the end of this race, Jason Nygaard started to close in a little bit, but then you just, you know, essentially, as fighters like to say, stepped on their throats there in the last 5 laps of this race and really closed it out. How was your car there at the end?
The car was really good. I was really happy to see that top line be fast because that's kind of what we shoot for around here. I'm not really that great on the bottom, as it kind of showed in the heat. But, yeah, towards the late race, when Nygaard was coming, I was kind of just trying to hit my marks and really not push the car because I knew I had somewhat of a decent lead, but I didn't know how many cars he was behind me. So it was kind of like you can fly off this track really easily. So it was just hitting your marks and not using a whole lot of throttle.
Absolutely. Now, you know, there is another piece to this too, and I don't want to make too big of a story of it, but you know what we see on Monday nights. You know, we had that big super team of, you know, 10, 12 guys that now have split into 2 different directions. This is the first win in the Pro Series here for Vanderbilt Race Cars. That's got to be a big deal for the boys back at the shop.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially since it just happened. It was a mutual agreement. I wish them, you know, the best of luck. They're really good guys, but yeah, I'm really glad we could get a win, especially for, you know, just throwing something together quick and having Jimmy throw me up a paint, and yeah, it's just awesome to get one for the boys.
Absolutely, man. Is this I know you've competed with the Pro Series before, but is this the first win with the Pro Series?
Yeah, we've been close.
Okay.
We've been close a couple of times, but yep, this is the first W in the Rivalz Pro Series.
Awesome, man. What a spectacular way to do it, and my goodness, if you can come do it at a track that maybe hasn't been the best mesh for you, boy, it's kind of scary to think what maybe you could do here in these final 2 races if we can get you up in there, man. Hell of a job tonight.
Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Tell us about anybody else that you want to throw a plug out to here for the big W tonight.
All my teammates at BBR, Jesse Bandy, Kyle Moonen, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Trevor Graybow, I got to thank Next Level Designs. Jimmy Emery does awesome work, and I Buy Oil.
Awesome, man. Great job here tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, Brandon Schultz, your winner here tonight at Lernerville. Folks, if you enjoyed what you saw here tonight, I need you to do me a favor. You got to go over to youtube.com, search GeForce TV, and when you find the GeForce TV channel, click subscribe and then ring the bell, and you'll get push notifications every time we go live here on GeForce TV with new live content, as well as on-demand content that you can share and enjoy at home anytime that you want to. We, of course, are here for the next 2 Tuesday nights here for the Rivalz Elite Pro Series right here on GeForce TV. And we will be heading to Volusia Speedway next week. Next Tuesday, we go to Volusia for round number 19 of 20. The following week is championship night. Round number 20 of 20 of the $10,000 plus point fund Rivalz Elite Pro Series from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Don't forget, we'll be on air tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for a green flag for a 75-lapper at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the Rivalz Blacktop Series. We will have live coverage for you here on GeForce TV and 3-9 Productions. On behalf of everybody here with the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, Clinton Jeffrey, Adam Ross, our race director, Cody Olson, and our director of all things technology, Spencer Mullen. On behalf of our executive producer of the 3-9 Production Studio, Brad Ovens, my name is Steve Ovens, the voice of the Rivalz Elite Pro Series, saying thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations to Brandon Schultz out of St. Paul, Minnesota, his very first Elite Pro Series win here at Lernerville. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, everybody.
Introducing GeForce TV. GeForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivalz Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivalz and GeForce TV racing leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GeForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.